Hey guys, it's Hallie and Lauren. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk to you about the reasons that people are moving out of Denver. So some of the negatives.
Yeah. We are licensed real estate agents in the state of Colorado, but we also want to be super honest with you guys and tell you the truth about some of the reasons why people may be leaving. If you have any questions, any concerns, any real estate needs, feel free to call us or text us at the number below, shoot us an email, and please hit that subscribe button.
We want to hear from you. We are Colorado natives. We have both lived here our whole lives.
Yes.
And so we're sharing the real insider tips about Denver.
Yeah, the things we've seen change over the years.
It's a lot.
We're not that old.
Yes. All right. Anyways, let's dive in. The number one reason probably people are leaving or that deters people from moving here is the cost of living. Cost of living in Denver especially has really, really gone up.
Yeah.
Over even in the last 5 and especially 10 years.
Yes.
It used to be much more affordable not that long ago. Number one, housing.
Yeah.
Housing has increased. I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. It's in a nice area.
Right.
It's nice, but it's a condo.
Yeah.
And I bought it in 2014 for $229,000.
Right.
And now units are selling for anywhere from $500 to $550.
Yeah.
The exact same floor plan, exact same complex. I mean, it's literally doubled in value in less than 10 years.
Yep.
So, and that's just, a real life example, but that's what we've seen across the board here in Colorado with housing.
I'm in a single family home in Highlands Ranch, 3-bedroom, 4-bath, finished basement, a large yard. And I bought my home for $415,000 back in 2016, and it's probably worth about $650,000 now. So
you honestly, in the Denver metro area, you cannot find a single family home really for under $500. I guess that's not true. There are some out east in Aurora.
yes.
Maybe up north in Thornton-ish area. There are some options for some single family homes in the $400 to $500 range, but there's not a lot. If you are looking for a single family home that's, updated and at least 2,000 square feet, you're looking at least $600,000.
Definitely.
So, it's not affordable anymore.
Yeah.
And it's a big topic. People talk about it a lot. It's not affordable.
Right. Plus with rates are where that they're at, and they've increased and gone up. A lot of people are staying in their homes. They're not selling. A lot of people who bought kind of, when we did, you have a much lower rate for people.
Yeah,
2.5%, 3%.
Cost of living, and even rents have gone up in Denver.
Yeah.
The cost, to rent a 2-bedroom apartment is close to $2,000.
Right.
And that's just for your basic, apartment. So, and I know they're renting, even private landlords are renting houses out for $4,000 to $5,000 a month, which is crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And the cost of living, just everything has gone up.
Yeah, it's not just housing. It has.
Yeah.
I remember I'm a single person, and back, I swear 5 years ago, when I went to the grocery store just shopping for me, my bill, it was $70.
Right.
$100 if I really went over,
Yeah.
But now almost every time I go to the grocery store for just myself, it's at least $100.
Easily. I was in Target last week and dropped $250 and walked away with 3 bags of groceries. I was like, how? What did I buy?
Well, Target gets you too, though.
Target does get you.
It
costs me.
You don't go to Target for what you need. You go to Target and let Target tell
you what you need.
Yes.
But so many things have gone up. Ski passes, for example. I mean, just a 1-day pass to Breckenridge, 1 day, $203 if you buy it online, and it's $239 if you buy it when you're there. 1 day.
One resort.
Yeah. It's just, everything is very expensive, unfortunately.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big reasons. I feel like we're up there, Denver and Colorado, we're up there now with California and New York in terms of the highest cost of living states.
Yeah.
It is not a cheap place anymore. I was thank God that, I used to manage restaurants, and I don't think I could survive on that anymore.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
So, please call us so we can keep living here. We don't have to leave.
Yeah. We live here forever. We don't know anywhere else.
I know. I love it here. I don't want to leave. Yeah, but no, a lot of people are moving because they want to buy a house. They move to like Iowa or something because they can't afford it here.
Yeah.
It's just really kind of sad.
Yeah, it's being just open and honest with kind of the market that we're in, and Denver has, increased, and
it is a desirable place to live.
It is.
Colorado's a desirable place, so the demand for, more people coming here, it's going to drive the costs up.
Definitely. Well, and I think with that, we can go into our next point, which is increased population.
Yes.
It is a desirable place to live.
Too is, the increased population and all the things that come with it. So I know a lot of people have left Colorado because you cannot, everywhere is crowded now.
Yeah.
You can't you have to make reservations ahead of time to go to Rocky Mountain National Park, which is crazy.
Yeah. Hike the Manitou Incline.
Yeah, you can't hike the Manitou Incline without a reservation.
No.
Which is just wild that now you have to have a reservation to do outdoor activities.
Yeah.
That never used to be a thing. Or like hiking Hanging Lake.
Yep.
You can't do all these wonderful things that, people live in Colorado for without making sure you have a reservation and paying for it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's not just let's go hike today.
Right.
It's let's make sure.
Yeah. My family are really big campers, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but state parks, it's not we feel like going camping this weekend. No, you need to book it about 6 months in advance if you want to camp at a state park. Chatfield State Park, it's extremely overcrowded.
Any campsite.
Yeah, any campsite.
You have to make sure you have a reservation for a campsite.
Yep.
You can't just decide to go.
Yep. Golden Gate State Park, Mueller State Park, Cheyenne State Park, all of these around the Denver metro, all of them booked completely.
Yeah. Or even, did you see like Chatfield State Park is one of the main reservoirs where you can go boating here in Denver, and on was it Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
The line to get in that park was, down, like around the corner, down the highway.
Yeah.
For all day.
Yeah.
And our parks reach capacity now. And they're like, nope, we're at capacity. We're not letting people in.
Yeah.
Which never used to happen.
Right.
And I'm like, and then, you go to, and the thing that sucks is, even if you get in, I don't even like to go, because if it's that crowded, there's so many people, and there's just, there's nowhere to park. Then, even to go paddleboarding, or, there's so much congestion.
Right.
It's just not the same experience.
Yeah. That's very true. Very true.
Yeah. Increased population, obviously more traffic.
Yeah.
So Denver, we can't really, our main north-south highway, I-25, we do not have the space, to expand that highway anymore.
Right.
There's buildings, Denver was
very dense.
Yeah. Denver, we started building around Denver, and there's nowhere to expand our infrastructure.
Right.
A lot of the highways, they just added a third express lane to C470, which is another one of our main highways. But I feel like it needs 4 lanes already. And that was like a 10-year project.
Yep.
I-70 needs to be expanded.
Yes. That's ski resorts.
Yeah, it takes you in the mountains. It is a cluster.
It's a parking lot on the weekend.
Even in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 highways that get you into the mountains. There's 285, and then there's I-70.
Right.
And every Friday, Saturday mornings, no matter the season, those highways are packed.
Yeah.
It's a traffic jam.
Yep.
To get up there.
Yeah.
And then Sundays, it's a traffic jam to come back.
Right. Right. We've lost the ability to expand or add anything else to our highways. So it does make it difficult. Rush hour traffic. If you want to go downtown to, a big event, it's difficult. For example, you want to go see the Nuggets play a basketball game, or you want to go to a Carrie Underwood concert at Ball Arena. Sitting in that traffic to go downtown, typically from where we live, Littleton area, takes about 30-40 minutes depending to get to downtown. With that kind of traffic, way more. You're looking at like an hour and 20 minutes. So that's kind of the unfortunate part. We do have some public transportation, but it is not what you find in like the East Coast, not like New York.
Yeah.
It has its positives, but there's some downsides to it too. It's confusing though. It's very confusing. There's a lot of lines. S-line, E-line.
The light rail. And I guess, they are building, you can go to the airport now, and, there's some positives to it, but it's confusing, and it's
confusing. It doesn't save you time. Typically, you have to stop at all the stops.
There's a lot of stops. It's going there. So our infrastructure here in Denver is just not built for this size of population. We haven't been ready for it. population has increased too quickly, I think, and our infrastructure has not been able to keep up. So yeah, kind of a bummer. I mean, we deal with it. We're still here. We're still here. We're not going anywhere.
No,
but definitely, I know people that have got sick of it and left.
Yeah, it's just it's your preference, really. I mean, we've been here our whole lives. We don't plan on ever going anywhere. We absolutely love it here, and everyone I know loves it here. But people are leaving because of that. So it's just being, truthful.
Yeah, there is definitely rush hour now, like between the hours of even like 3 o'clock and 6:30. There's certain highways like I straight won't go.
Yeah.
I will not go if at all possible.
Yeah.
And it didn't used to be that way.
Right.
10 years ago, like, it didn't matter if it was rush hour.
Yeah.
Like only I-25 was bad at rush hour. Like the rest, it was a little heavier, but not a big deal. Now rush hour is a real thing.
Yeah.
Real thing here. So
very true.
all right. Number 3 is our climate. Climate, I guess. And this isn't a new thing.
Right.
This is, probably one of the biggest reasons that people have been moving out of Colorado or not moved to Colorado.
Yeah.
Forever is our climate. It's cold. We have cold winters. It snows. And it's very dry. We are actually high desert. We're considered a desert here. Just because it is so dry, we don't get a ton of more moisture. And in the wintertime, it is actually drier.
Yep.
I just read that if it's 40 degrees, even if the humidity is 40%, there's less moisture in the air than if it's 80 degrees with the same 40% humidity.
It's interesting.
I know. I don't get it. Science is not my thing, but that's what the scientists say.
Yeah. My kids both just started, we're in winter right now, and they were both complaining their skin itches, so we had to put humidifiers in their rooms. It's just the change of the season, and you do feel it more. My hair feels a little bit more brittle. My hands are cracked a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I'm weird, but I know everyone else, I don't get cracked hands.
Yeah.
Or I don't get those things, but I know it is dry. Everyone else is like, bathing in lotion and things.
Lotion.
It is very dry. I do notice, though, it is drier. I have asthma, and it's very hard for me to breathe when I exercise in the cold, dry weather. I have to use my inhaler a lot more.
Yeah.
In the winter. Right. So just something else to think about.
Yes.
And the snow is not fun.
Yeah. It does melt relatively quickly.
March and April, it does.
Yes. Yes.
And it sticks around the other times.
We do get a lot of sunshine here, so it does help with that, but it still stays very cold.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're thinking, and I guess, we have a whole video in winter, but we haven't lived anywhere else to compare it to, really. Colorado, I've heard we've had milder winters than some places. Yeah. But it is still winter. We still have, the snow removal, the ice, the bad roads. Yep. And, now that we have an increased population with traffic, it becomes more congested.
Yeah. Definitely.
So definitely a reason, why people leave, especially older people, go to Arizona.
Yeah. It's a difficult place to live.
Right.
Points. All right. Topic number 4. It's about changing culture. Yeah. We've both seen this because we were born here. So we've seen it change over the decades. I'm not going to say how many decades, but decades.
Yes. Yes, we have.
It's a little difficult to describe.
I would describe it as like Colorado to me. Well, I grew up in the mountains, so I grew up in a smaller town. But Colorado used to have like a small town feel, like it was like a secret, like
almost like a country, like laid back vibe.
People didn't know about Colorado or didn't. It definitely wasn't like the cool place to live. Like when I was a teenager, like the cool states were like California, or New York, or Florida. But now Colorado's like
become a cool place to live.
One of the cool places to live. And before, people didn't really, or not as many people knew about it.
Yeah.
Or knew why it was, all our scenery and why it was great.
Yeah.
So it's lost its like small town
charm. Definitely.
Feel.
You can find that in some spaces, but overall, you gotta go more rural. For sure. But it's become very eclectic. We've had a lot of people in other states move here in the last couple of years.
It's become quite the melting pot of people from all over. And a lot of people actually from all over the world.
Yeah.
Have actually
we have
like
a lot of tech companies here. So that's been a huge driver.
There's people from, not all over, but all over the world.
Yeah.
There's communities of everybody. So It's just it's a different culture, which is sometimes great if there's more culture.
Yeah,
I would say, because there's
absolutely
a greater diversity of people.
Which I love.
Yeah,
It's a different feel than what it once was.
And there has been like a change in our political culture. Colorado used to be, a red state, and now we are a blue state. So that, obviously people who vote red don't like that, and we've seen a lot of people move because of that. Just is what it is.
Yeah, little political climate change as well.
And I mean, that comes, the increased population.
Yeah,
more people moving in. Colorado, like overall as a state, like Denver's always been, a good sized city.
Oh yeah.
But overall, it felt very rural, like farms, ranches,
equestrian.
Yeah, Western style. And now it's just become much more city focused. Like Denver has expanded, and all the suburbs have expanded so much. There's not as much of that rural feel in state anymore. Yeah, even the little mountain towns, close to Denver don't feel as rural as they did.
Yeah, they've definitely changed a lot. Conifers changed a lot.
Yes.
Evergreens changed a lot. There's definitely some that have they've really expanded, and yeah, it's interesting.
Increasing population.
So I guess to bring into our last point, number 5, that increased population, maybe some of the reason why some people have moved here. Not everyone, but recreational marijuana.
Yeah. So Colorado, was it the first state or one of the very first states? To legalize recreational marijuana. And that brought a huge influx of people to Colorado.
Right.
And not only that, but it really helped our economy.
Yeah.
A lot of, there was some pushback on it, and it affects everybody differently.
Yep.
But overall, it's brought a lot of good to our economy.
It has.
You can say what you want about it, but the good thing is it really brought a lot to Colorado's economy.
Yeah.
And still does.
Definitely.
So even though other states are now making it legal, it's thing here still.
Yeah. And just because it is legalized here does not mean it is something that people can just openly go out and be using on the street. There's a lot of rules and conditions and regulations to keep it, enforced. And I think there's a big fear of maybe a state that has it legalized. But,
and don't get me wrong, you can go, if you go to like a Redbox concert or some things, like there's people I don't even know what really supposed to be or not.
Yeah.
There are people, you'll smell marijuana.
Yes.
You will.
Yes.
We said we'd be honest. Here we are.
Yeah.
Now, no, are people walking down the street smoking weed?
No.
But now weed, they come in those little pen things. Smell it. So
yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are, and we just don't know. But, it... You can legally buy it at dispensaries, and they're displaced throughout, Denver. There are certain counties that don't allow it.
Counties that still don't sell marijuana.
Jefferson
County, Douglas County. In Denver, you can, but it's not quite as widespread as you think.
Yeah. There's a lot of laws and rules enforced with that. You can still get a DUI when you're driving under the influence. Yeah, you can't just, openly smoke in the middle of a restaurant. That's not a thing. So, we do keep it tight. As tight as possible.
Well, and I think if you don't partake in marijuana smoking or you don't like it, it doesn't have to affect you.
No, it really doesn't.
No. It doesn't have to affect you.
Not at all.
But it has added to our changing culture.
It has.
It's increased population. It's definitely one of the bigger factors.
Definitely. People love it. People hate it. Some people are indifferent. But it is something we've noticed over the years. So it's changed our population, our drive here. Some people are leaving here.
Yeah. So that's it. That's our 5 reasons. High cost of living, increased population, cold, dry climate, changing culture, and our recreational marijuana station are the biggest reasons why people are leaving Colorado.
Definitely. Some drivers that brought people here, and now some things that are actually pushing people out. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. So that's just our real take on it. None of these reasons should stop you from moving here, but just so you know, have the right expectations if you are thinking about moving here.
Yeah. So give us a call, text us, email us at our number or email listed below. We'd love to answer any questions you have, take you around Denver, whatever you'd like. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah. We'll see you next time.